Morning. I wanted to have a quick chat to you about B2B sales and marketing and the impacts of the current environment. It's Sunday morning. I'm just out on my morning walk and looking very much rough around the edges, so apologies for that, but this was sort of top of mind for me and I wanted to just get it out of my head and out to you guys. So I'm in the nature reserve across from where I live, where I walk pretty much every morning. And I've been watching this pond behind me, and there's a couple of ducks here. I don't know if you can see them. There's two ducks in this pond, but it's gradually been drying up and drying up. And it's sort of an analogy for what's going on in a lot of businesses at the moment. And I've been doing a lot of reflection on the systems and processes that I use and work with, the frameworks, and it's got me thinking about the inputs, the actions and the outputs of this water system. And there's some craziness, lots of craziness going on around the planet at the moment, but particularly in the weather. We've got parts of the world that are just absolutely flooding. So the taps turned on, their buckets full, and they're overflowing. So in a business analogy, they're creating more opportunities than they can deliver on, and that's creating downstream problems for them. And likewise, there's other businesses that are a little bit like this pond. Things are starting to dry up. Their business models may have been impacted. These ducks, if it gets any drier, they're going to have to move. So they're going to have to pivot, make some decisions and make some changes, unless they get some input of water. So the difference with businesses is businesses can control their own weather patterns, within reason, but the majority can the majority of the time. So if you can increase your inputs and stimulate sales activity within your business, and that's going to create some things that you need to consider downstream around delivery and operations, and that obviously flows on to flow into your financials. So if we accept that there's really 5 key or critical elements to a business, being marketing, which is designed from a B2B perspective to drive sales qualified leads. Well, that's for any business, really. Business to consumer doesn't matter. You want sales qualified leads of your dream customers or your ideal customers. Then you want a sales pipeline that converts. You then need a smooth delivery process. You need operations that are going to keep customers happy and increase the lifetime value of your customers, and that's obviously all going to flow on into your financials. So the key to having a positive impact in those 5 key areas is to simplify your systems, processes, your frameworks and your decision making. So from a marketing perspective, you also want to make sure that you've got a diversified model for marketing and driving leads, because what's got me thinking about all of this was Gartner released a webinar recently, and I'll put the link into the comments below here. They released some research and some trend analysis around what's happening in B2B sales and what it's going to look like over the next 5 years. And COVID is fast tracking some of these processes. So there's going to be a greater reliance for businesses to create leads through digital environments as opposed to traditional networking and face-to-face that businesses have been used to. Face-to-face is never going away, but in certain times, depending on where you are, it can be really problematic. So you need to have a better digital engagement strategy. And the other thing is that there's demographic trends that are in motion at the moment that will also impact. Sorry, I got a little pug just stopped to say hello on his walk. There's some other demographic trends that are likely to impact the way people buy over the next 5 years. So I'd encourage you, if you're into B2B sales, you definitely want to have a look at that Gartner webinar. And again, I'll post it in the comments below. So back to our little pond analogy here. Unlike the weather, your business, you can control your weather within reason. So if you're not getting the inputs that you want and the outcomes that you want, then you need to look at what's happening upstream. to drive demand and interest and engagement so that you attract more of your ideal clients. And then that's obviously going to fill your bucket or your pond, so to speak. And then you're going to have demand downstream. Now, that's positive for everybody. It's positive for you and your business. It's positive for your staff. It's positive for the economy in general. But it all starts with being able to attract and engage more clients, more quality clients, more often. So, yeah, have a look at the Gartner webinar. It's really informative. Would love to hear your thoughts or comments below on what's working or what's not working in your business, and what you just comments, suggestions, or questions that you've got, and let's see if we can get some conversation, discussion going. There's a lot of high quality advisors, consultants, and business owners in my network. So yeah, we'd love to see you guys all engaging together, collaborating together, and forming really constructive referral networks, because that's what it's really all about. And we'll be digging more into how do you do that digitally more effectively. So yeah, love to hear your comments.